What's up guys? It's Llyan with the letter R. For those who doesn't know me, I'm a second-year architecture student studying in LaSalle Dasma. And you guys seems to like my reaction video to Architect Oliver Austria. So here's the part 2. Guys, I would like to say sorry again for addressing Architect Llyan Austria as Kuya multiple times. Kuya Llyan Austria. Kuya Llyan Austria. Because I was really overwhelmed. Kung nanonood ka na kasi ng mga video niya before pa, diba? You'll get the vibe na sobrang down to earth niya kasi sa nakikita ko and naging masyado lang comfortable. Sorry guys, huwag kayong magalit sa akin. Pero, tama kayo. Medyo mixy ako doon. So, let's go.
How's it going guys? Llyan here, and today's video is going to be part 2 of Architecture Student Hacks version 2. I already said part 2. Dang it. Architecture Student Hacks part 1 was fairly popular among you students, and the purpose of this channel is to help those of you out there who are really struggling with architecture school. Technique number 1. So I call this technique the rubber band around 2 ball pen line weights. Pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so what you need is 2 of your most used line weights. So what you do is you put your pens opposite each other and then wrap or tie them around with the rubber band. Okay, so what this technique does is it reduces the time that you spend looking for the other tech pen, because it's, you know, when you're just writing, it's just there. So you just flip it on the other side and then voila, your pen is just in your hand. So
actually, sorry na po Architect Llyan, hindi ko din po ito ginagawa. Kasi medyo nahihirapan ako pag ang taba na nung hawak ko. So lalo na kapag nagdi-detail, diba? So parang tutok na tutok ka. So nakaganyan ka, nakatali sila, ganun. So medyo nahahaselan ako.
Only gonna save you a couple of precious minutes, or in my case, precious hours looking for your ball pen, because a bunch of times
Pero sa case na yon, sa laging nawawala yung tech pen, ganun, very helpful talaga to. Especially ako din kasi, ang clumsy ko din kasi talaga minsan. And sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ang tawag dito madalas is fine liner. Kasi tinatawag siya na tech pen, pero kasi yung tech pen talaga is yung mga mamahalin na tech pen na, ayan guys, tech pen. Eto, sobrang expensive neto. Ito yung libo talaga namin binibili. Tapos kapag nabagsak mo to,
hindi ko maisip kung wala ka.
yan.
I often lose my tech pens and spend, you know, hours looking for it. This technique is specifically invented to avoid that. Alright guys, so technique number 2. So this technique number 2, I call this the candle technique. So what you are going to need is a candle. Most preferably a white candle or like a transparent candle. One of the uses that I found for the candle is putting a little bit of wax on the corner of your paper.
So kung makikita natin, kaya din tinawag to na version 2 is because i-revise ni Architect Llyan yung, di ba kasi dun sa version 1 is nilagyan niya muna ng tape, tapos sa kanya pinatungan, tapos dito wax
into the drafting board. So by applying wax to the corners of your paper or your drafting plate, you avoid the situation where you put the tape on the corners and then after drafting you remove it and a huge chunk of the paper comes with the tape. So yeah, that's what the wax does. It saves your paper. I should call this like the candle paper saving technique. Technique number 3, this is just a continuation of the candle wax technique or the candle technique. What did I call technique number 2? I forgot. Anyways, so I use this technique when I am using watercolor. So what I do is I draw a couple of streaks in the windows. Okay, so this couple of streaks of wax on the windows won't be touched by the watercolor.
Oh, ayun guys. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, ginawa siya para sa reflection ng mga glass. Pero kami, ang ginagawa namin ngayon, madalas, is white ink na talaga. I don't know if may white ink na din ng mga oras na to. Personally, ang ginagamit ko din is correction pen dahil mas mura yung correction pen and mas matinta siya.
Watercolor because of the hydrophobic properties of the candle. Hydrophobic, I know that sounds super scientific. I just googled it a while ago. Alright guys, technique number 4. So I call this technique the perspective hack technique. I don't know why I did a bunch of karate. I don't even know karate. Anyways, this technique is another one of my forbidden jiu-jitsu techniques. So don't share this to your teachers or to your classmates who you do not like. Actually,
Attitude din, girl. Ay, sorry pa.
sharing is caring. Anyways, moving on. So this technique is specially used when you are doing perspectives. For this technique, you are going to need 2 rulers, a roll of masking tape, and a couple of thumbtacks, and maybe a couple of tiny binder clips. Okay, so here's what you do. You get your masking tape right here, and then stick it to your skin, or your clothes, or your forehead, if your forehead's really...
So, kung napanood niyo yung last video ko, ganda din yung tinutukoy ko nung sinabi ko na in-stick ko yung masking tape dun sa surface. So,
your forehead, if your forehead... Okay, anyways, anything that looks stupid but works is not stupid. Moving on. So what that does is it removes a little bit of abrasiveness from your tape. It makes your tape basically less sticky so that when you apply your tape onto the drafting plate, it won't stick so much and it won't rip your drafting plate. So after that, put the thumbtacks on the sticky side of your tape. And then mount the thumbtacks and tape on your drafting plate, making sure that the tip of the thumbtacks is aligned with your vanishing points. Now that you've done that, take your masking tape and then tape a couple of flappy things on the edges of your ruler. Okay, after doing so, you can now mount your rulers onto the thumbtacks on your plates. So now that you've mounted this on your plate, now you can do whatever you want to do with your perspective.
ayan, dito sa perspective na to, this is 2-point perspective. Kaya siya tinawag na 2-point kasi nanggagaling siya sa dalawang vanishing point. So basically, yung dulo ng isang ruler saka yung dulo ng isang ruler, yun yung vanishing point. Kapag nandito yung vanishing point natin, tapos ganito kaliit yung ruler natin, madalas na iisipin ng iba, nasa gitna lang kaagad yung corner. Pero wala din naman siyang sinabi. Kaya, ang ibig sabihin talaga nun, pwede nyo talagang i-adjust to. And mas advantage kung mas mahaba yung ruler, since mas makakapag-adjust kayo kung saan nyo ilalagay yung corner ng building nyo based dun sa design nyo. May tendency minsan na kapag sobrang lapit ng vanishing point nyo sa isa't isa, makakompact yung building, lalo na kapag rectangular yung structure na ginawa nyo. So, nangyari kasi to sa amin, na sobrang lapit ng vanishing point, tas medyo hindi type ng prof ko kasi parang naipit yung building. Front elevation is mahaba. Tapos yung side elevation nyo is ganito lang kaliit. So, ginagawa ng iba, ginigitna pa din yung corner nila sa perspective. Whereas, mas malaki to. So, mas malaking space din yung kailangan niya. Pwedeng gawin, mas mahaba tong side na to. Tapos, ilalagay nyo yung line dito.
Hey, Llyan, what if I needed to do like a freehand perspective technique? I got you, fam. Okay, so here's what you do. Get some fairly long dental floss, like 35 centimeter long dental floss, and then just tie the dental flosses onto the edges of your thumbtacks. Also, don't forget to put binder clips on the thumbtacks because you might stab your hand on the thumbtacks. Yeah, don't forget that. Anyways, what this does is it again serves as projection lines from your vanishing points, thus eliminating the need to use straight rulers.
Of course, guys, here's an additional technique pag wala na talagang gamit. You just need to put your vanishing points and dots to serve as guide para mas maiporma nyo ng maayos yung perspective. And shout out to Architect Coxoniel. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but he's the one who taught us this technique. Check out his Facebook and Instagram account for some mind-blowing artwork.
We already hit 1,000 subscribers in my channel. Oh my god, guys, I can't believe this is really happening. It's always been a dream of mine to reach 1,000 subscribers. So now we've reached it. On to the next dream, 100,000 subscribers. Anyways,
1 million na po, Architect. Sobrang nakaka-inspire.
cue the celebration video right here. Woo! There we go, guys. 1,000 subscribers.
So yun, guys, ako din, baka naman like, comment, subscribe, road to 10k, pa-birthday nyo na sa akin. See you on my next vid, flying